not over quite yet. We must not give up.
What are you doing?
After all, this is my dream.
Where are we?
It's the field of flowers near Tenuto.
How can that be? This place is supposed to be a flower field?
Yes, it is. And this is the place where it all began. Where I met you, Polka. The place where this whole dream first started. Which is why it's such a fitting place for the dream to come to an end. The time has finally come for me to confront my own heart. I must make my choice now. Whatever happens, I'll face the challenge before me. Don't you understand? You're nothing more than imaginary characters I've created in my mind.
Frederic, what are you saying? What's wrong with you?
Forgive me. I am truly sorry, Beat. But it seems I'll be unable to offer my help to you any longer. When I'm defeated in this battle, an undeniable truth will be revealed, and this fleeting dream will slowly fill with color and light. Only when this ordeal has finally come to an end, will my soul at last be permitted to leave my physical body.
So then, is this the path you've chosen for yourself?
It is. This is my dream. And I must be the one to set things right. This world we're in, and you, Polka, must be freed from the tangle of our twisted destinies. Now, let the test begin. We'll see whether whether my spirit can become a lance, able to pierce through all of you in battle. We'll see if I'm truly such a weak human being.
Welcome back to Let's Play Eternal Sonata.
Don't you all understand? This entire world is my dream.
Is that your magic?
Didn't want to stall on your lines there.
Nimbostratos!
They warned me to pick a fourth character if I was going to get good with Frederic, and here's why. Don't know who else I could pick, though. So I'm like, give me a second healer. The princess might be too low for this. She's only level 45. Oh, jeez. Can I not block that? You're not facing right? Who's this?
You foolish creatures.
This is a problem. Where you at? I might have been better off had I actually gone in and gotten all that stuff, but I did not save any of that, so. There it is. Where'd all these spells come from? Shit. Good thing I blocked that. Again, if I went back and saved all that. Like I said, I should have stopped at the, when I almost died to that second boss before I even made it to, 'cause there was a shit ton of treasures I could have taken back with me. Still, I managed, dragon and the count without those items. Let's see if I can do so here. Not sure why we're having this fight, but
Thanks for that. Good.
I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, I guess.
Sacred strike. Bullseye.
Carry them away to the riverside, to the water's edge. Nimbo Stratos!
Oop, block that.
Applaudissement Sonic!
Just keep calm and keep blocking that shit. Didn't even hurt you that much. So much so I'm gonna drop one of these.
Did I do it right?
No good!
Ouch.
There is no one else.
Uh-oh, I fuck up.
The only one here. Applaudissement Sonic!
I was going for her this time. With your back turned to me. 12-star heat blade.
That should do it.
Point blank.
Going.
Uh-oh. Oh, now he's slowed. Nah, Blossom Shower this time. Just to be on the safe side. Because he might go again.
Good.
Ah, fuck.
Maelstrom! Haven't you had enough yet?
Sacred strike. Bullseye.
If only I can get 2 of those now.
Orzel Bialy!
Oh no! I know that spell. Shit.
You do not understand.
Blossom shower.
Time to heal.
Good.
Applaudissement Sonic!
Better block on that shit. Okay, good. Does a lot of big attacks like that. I'll be okay.
Haven't you had enough yet?
Night arrow.
So top everybody out there, just in case it goes again.
Applaudissement Sonic!
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Getting my blind spots now. Oof, and that hits multiple people.
Soulless creatures.
Oh no. I was in the shadows. This isn't good.
Applaudissement Sonic!
Could be a lot worse.
Soulless creatures.
Like, even I was not really damaging me that much. I compared to the fucking dragon and let's be real.
Heal arrow. There. How's that?
Again, just keep what I've been doing with the double heal.
Blossom shower.
Jazz looking a little low still. Let's help him out.
Good. Take that. Take that.
Whoops.
Sacred strike.
Just settle for that then.
Going.
Oh boy. What are you taking damage to? Oh, he's poisoned now.
Do you think that did it? There is no one else. I am the only one here. Applaudissement Sonic!
Learn any of these. I think I got a new spell at 55, but that was
Soulless
literally that dungeon ago. And got it now. This is back the save after I fought the boss, so I'm still down to the 50s or so for some of us.
Nimbo Stratos!
Ow, shit. Oh fuck. Well, he's not slowed anymore. So as soon as I survive this next volley, we're in trouble.
Take that. Night arrow.
Fuck. Couldn't even hit him.
Oh, cover my back.
Chance to do some big heal here.
Blossom shower.
Here we go.
Good.
Just still down there, but a little better than before. Oh shit. The poison takes its toll. He still looks like he's up though too. What?
Bullseye.
I don't think he's gonna pull anything else though.
Lost in the shower.
Unless they somehow give him a form too.
There is no one else. I am the only
It is his dream. He could just be like, hey, I have this now. Targeted him, so I couldn't block any of that.
you soulless creatures.
Take that. Take that. Heal arrow.
Help him out.
There. How's
Good.
that?
That's it. Target someone else.
Away to the riverside, to the water's edge. Nimbo Stratos.
Whew. Okay.
Lost in the shower.
Doing good. Doing good.
Good.
Doing great, actually. It's a matter of attrition in here. That's how it's always been, but oof, that's not good though. Also, I think he bursted me, which I looked up increases damage but decreases defense, so that's why he's hitting me a lot harder.
Take that. Take that. Take that. Heal arrow.
Hard for me to use a attack of advantage though.
There. How's that? Lost in the shower.
This is bad. We're all standing together. So we got us last time.
Orzel Biali.
Fuck, he targets one of us and then I'll... that's the thing. Maybe I should have gotten those things. It was gonna gone a little bit quicker. Darn it. Blasted deadlines.
Applaudissements Sonic.
So I pushed so hard in that dungeon. Oh fuck.
You soulless creatures.
Here.
I didn't need to have used that.
Nimbo Stratos.
Take that. Take that. Take that. Heal arrow. There. How's that?
12 stars. Still standing. Somebody mentioned in the comments, some of those bosses have 1,000,000 HP. He might be among them, being final boss and all. Go ahead and mistime that.
It takes but a moment. Don't worry. Orzel Biali.
Fuck.
You carry them away to the
Oh god, he's not done!
to the water's edge. Nimbo Stratos.
Sacred strike.
That should have been a heal. Ooh, this might suck.
All right. Good.
And didn't do badly. Heal-wise.
Nimbo Stratos.
I fucked up. Fall, you bastard. There we go. Starting to show weakness finally. The shadow goes. Maelstrom would have hit for more. Possibly. Oh great, now she's slowed. Sorry, she's not my man healer. I was looking at Polka being slowed. Then we might have some issue. Targeting me again, I'm not facing. Just getting all these hits for free.
You do not understand.
Sacred strike.
Air to fix. And he's still poisoned.
That should do it.
Don't want to move away just in case I run out of time.
This is nothing. Good.
Carry
Thought we should space out a little bit more.
to the water's
Forgetting to do
edge.
that.
Nimbo Stratos.
Oop! Gotcha that time. Ow.
Orzel Biali.
It's not done yet.
You foolish creatures.
We're not foolish. You're the foolish one picking a fight with us.
Lost in the shower.
I mean, I know we barely survived that fight, but we still fucking won it.
Sacred strike.
Here to the back. Oh no.
There is no one else. I am the only one here. Applaudissement Sonic.
Shit, he's not facing that way. Gonna get rocked. Wish there was a way to like turn around and stop that from happening or something. What the fuck am I doing? You do heal arrows because we didn't heal yet. Oh god, that did nothing.
Nimbo Stratos.
See, look at him dart around us.
Nimbo Stratos. Or Zelbiali.
Fuck.
You do not understand.
No.
Lost in the shower.
God damn it.
All right. Good. Take that. Take night arrow.
Fuck, this is bad. Enough healing. Jazz might need to be healed. He's not going for Jazz though, fortunately. Okay. Got him! Went with Polka too. You can save the game clear data here. If you load this... Just giving me this already. Wow, that's jarring. You can save the game clear data here. If you load the game clear data, you can start the game from this status. View the ending and start new game. Gotta save that on a separate slot. This is so weird. They do this save first and then the ending? I knew this game had some of its mechanics a little bit backwards. That was arguable, but this... You're just taking the piss right now. Oh, look at that little medal. I still do get the ending here, though, right? Alright, here we go.
Yes. This is for the best. Dear Amelia.
Thank you, Frederic. But I'm sorry.
Polka?
Stay back. Allegretto, please forgive me for not telling you about this. If I had told you what I was going to do, there's no way that you would have taken me all the way here. It's just that I remembered. I remembered a while ago what the path is that I have to take. Polka, what are you doing? First Frederic and now you? What in the world is going on? Don't you see? Frederic just gave all of us a gift. The most precious gift there is.
What the heck are you saying? Can somebody please explain to me what's going on?
Polka, what exactly is it that you're planning on doing?
It's something that my mother told me about when I was a little girl. And now I finally understand it. I know what she meant.
It is your fate to go into the sea.
Yes, it is my fate to go into the sea. It's the only way the tremendous waves that threaten the people of this world can finally be made calm.
Wait a minute. What does that mean?
Most people live their lives turning their backs on things too difficult to face. Ignoring what hurts you eventually becomes a habit, the natural thing to do. If we only allow ourselves to see what we want to see, we just end up fooling ourselves more and more. But eventually, we cloud our vision so completely that we become blind to the small truths that are all around us. The same way the twinkling of the stars is blotted out by the glare of bright city lights. The truth was always there in my memories. Thank you, Mom, for everything. But I'm ready now, and I know what it is that I must do.
Polka, don't! Please stop!
Oh, Beat, I want you to know, your photographs are so wonderful. They're full of memories that I don't ever want to let go of.
Yeah, and hey, I promise I'll take even more!
If I had any choice in the matter, I'd never want to give up those memories of this journey and the time we've spent together. I know this is hard for you to accept right now, but someday we'll all meet again. I'm absolutely positive. The time has come for everything to be settled. Was this fated to be? Was this always my life's purpose? No. It's a decision I'm making of my own free will. This is something that has to be done.
Polka, what are you doing?
There is a place where I can make a real difference, now that the world is covered in darkness. It's a place that I have to illuminate, with the shining light of the Astra that lies sleeping within my heart.
Don't do it! We'll find some other way to save the world! You don't have to carry all the burden by yourself!
Do this. And it's for the person who means the most to me. My life is nothing compared to his. Doing this is easy, if it's for him.
Polka! Why couldn't I do anything for her? What could I have done to change things? Does this mean dying was the only thing Polka could do? There wasn't any way we could save her? Why did Polka, of all people, have to suffer like that? What the hell is wrong with this world? Damn it! You come barging into our world out of nowhere, then just leave when you get tired of it! This is supposed to be your dream, right? Well then why couldn't you do anything? No, that's not it. It isn't a dream at all. It's real. And I don't know what, but I have to do something!
That's true. Perhaps this is no longer just a dream. Have I awakened? At long last.
Frederic?
Why? The dream was at an end. Oh no. No, it can't be. Not Polka.
Thank you, everyone. I know it didn't last very long, but really, this was the most fun I've ever had in my life. If I blow him a kiss, I wonder, will it reach him up there? I hope so. I really do.
Emilia, I have never once forgotten you. Not in all the time that you've been gone. But who would have thought that my memories of you could create a world as vibrant and alive as this one is? It's something I'm sure not even you ever could have imagined. It was such a stunningly beautiful world that I found myself going on a very long journey through it. The adventure I shared with the wonderful companions I met in this world of dreams has left me with countless memories that I can even now recall with perfect clarity. Emilia, if you could hear me say these things, I wonder, would you just laugh at me? I happened to make the acquaintance of a young girl in my dream. A girl with an astra that glowed more brightly than any other in this world. A girl who was forced to give up her life at the age of 14. Whenever I spoke with her, it was as though you were with me again. I began to wonder if she might not in fact actually be you, who have lived for so long in my memories. But I see now that I must have been mistaken. You see, Polka was someone who insisted on walking her own path until the very end. Emilia, she lived just as you would have, had you been given the chance to do so. Even now, it seems I lack the necessary conviction. When I was playing the piano in Paris, even though I existed in reality, I was also living a dream. And now the dream that I just had seems even more vivid than any reality. Emilia, If it had been you, perhaps you would have been able to arrive at the answer sooner than I. But as for me, I am at long last able to make a choice, though it's taken me quite a while to make it. I will depart the reality where you and I composed memories together, and make the world of dreams where Polka lived my reality. I hope my choice does not bring you pain. You must know that I will never forget you, after all. Yes, for even though my form may change, these feelings are something that will not fade away. But there is one thing that is certain, and that is the fact that we can never return to the past. When I play the music written down upon a score, the notes of the past disappear from my mind as if swallowed up by the darkness. And then in contrast, the notes that are going to be played in the future resound clearly as bells inside of my mind. If there can only be one world that a person believes in, then for me, that world should definitely be the piano. Moving ever onward, a world in which you can never turn back. Yes, belief above all else proves existence. Echoing in the eyes, brilliant to the ears, sweet to the touch, and smelling of warmth. Unable to be appreciated by the senses. Astra. Only the light of one's Astra can truly determine one's world. My dear Polka, in this world that has been set free from my dreams, lies the path that you have chosen to follow. The time has come for me to once again choose the path I believe in. Death is a reality that is far too real. But I've walked this dreamlike journey within a dream so that, once and for all, I could accept it. And now, the time has come. Everything shall come to its finale.
Mr. Chopin's time of death, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mommy, why are there waves in the sea?
Well, darling, there are waves because of the moon.
Because of the moon?
That's right. The moon charms the water in the ocean with its beauty. And because the moon is so beautiful, the seawater just can't sit still.
Is that true? Really?
Really? Don't you feel your heart start fluttering inside of you when you look at the moon?
I do! What about the puddle? Will it make waves when the moon comes out too?
No, dear. There's not enough water. You need lots and lots of water, like the ocean, before it can make any real waves.
Oh, I see. But that's weird. Why can't a little bit of water make waves too?
I won't let you die, Polka. After all, you've only been alive for 14 years. A 14-year-old girl must live her life.
The amount of water is the most important part of creating waves. That can be said about people as well. There are many things in this world that can charm people's hearts, just like the moon charms the sea. Things like wealth, vanity, status, image, and power.
When the sun is out, they hide in their buds and then open their blossoms only when it is truly important.
Bigger and stronger.
Drawing in even the faintest amount of light, they decisively embody it, and in doing so reflect something that people can never see.
The number of people grows.
They wait for the moment when the world is trapped in darkness, and then blossom with glowing light.
Start terrible conflicts.
On the grassy plain, they paint a picture of the star-filled night
This is
sky that
probably
was
too hard
blotted
for
out
you
by
to
the city
understand.
lights.
I guess.
Isn't it pitch black around you? Isn't the world covered in darkness?
If something like that
Now,
ever were to happen,
Come.
the only
It's
way
2
to stop
o'clock
it
in the morning.
would be for you to jump into the ocean.
The time for you to blossom has come.
Because when you do, those big waves will become calm again.
Do you remember?
It may be difficult
You said it
to
was
do,
up to me
but if
whether
you
I
can
wanted
be
to call
very
them Heaven's
brave,
Mirror.
You'll bring joy to the person who means the most to you.
Really?
I'm still allowed to choose, am I not?
Then I'll do it!
Well, then I shall make my definitive choice. Right now,
Comparing seawater stirred up by
that
the
flower
beauty of
that
the
so
moon
resembles you.
to the ugly waves created
That
by the
flower
effects
that
of
boldly
humans
challenges the
is
darkness.
rather an insult to the ocean.
I choose to call it Heaven's Mirror.
Oh, Mommy, I'm sorry, but I think someone's calling me.
I see. Then you must have met the person who is the perfect match for your Astra. Well, he's the person that you choose to believe in, so I'm sure he must be wonderful. I did so want to see you on your wedding day. But now, I suppose the only thing I can do for you is to tell you this. Come back someday and do your best.
Okay, Mommy. I'll see you later then.
I have become a bit more like the seawater. When it's stirred by the beauty of the moon.
Thank you, Polka dear. Please, be happy.
It's Polka! She's glowing!
Polka!
and people talk shit about Final Fantasy VIII's plot not making a lick of sense. Did Polka jump because I guess the powder was gonna turn her into a monster? Maybe she thought that too? That was never explored! Like, we only saw it that one time. I feel like... Again, I feel like they threw in... Like, if you're gonna throw in the Chopin thing, at least kind of... I don't know. It didn't take, like, all of the plot or anything like that, but, you certainly could have thrown in a bit more meat on the bone of the plot in, like, the dream or whatever. And what's that about? He's... I guess he wakes up from his coma dream and is ready to pass on. Maybe that's what that final fight was. I guess. Again, I'm just spitballing. Kind of a departure, and I guess it really does show its age being like I said, with a very early PlayStation 3, even taken from like an Xbox original recipe game. Let's start out there. Still, I enjoyed it enough to play all the way through the finish. I would have just... Otherwise, I would have just been like, you know... But yeah, definitely jarring to go from what I thought essentially was like a way better way to do a music-based game in, what's it called? Wonder Song. That was a stellar game. Not to say that this game is bad. It's very beautiful to look at visually. And it does pretty well with what it has. It's just, it's misguided in certain aspects. Like, you have the whole strategy thing, but you can't, like, place people around, and sometimes they're too far away, sometimes you gotta chase them down, and it's like you can't even see where you're going. I've had that more than a couple of battles that I can count on both hands. And I like all the different characters. That's a plus. Like, everybody has, like, I kind of felt like it'd be unfair to compare it to Final Fantasy X in that regard, but that's what I think of. Like, Final Fantasy X was, like, really good with, like, all its characters having their own roles to fill. This game had that, too. You want to play, like, offensive and you want to play, like, offensively, you can do certain characters. I know the two twins, one had, like, the beef everybody up, one had, like, the shield everybody for one attack, so they take nothing. That might have been more who knows? I might have gotten all the way through all the, that mystery dungeon. If I took maybe, March in there. Bring everybody together, all close together, and then she does her thing where she, like, helps everybody out. Plus, she's also getting, a couple of characters with a lot of double attacks to get, like, a lot of hits in and work on that. But yeah, I remember first time I saw it, Candylanger streamed it, and I was like, this looks interesting. I just kind of forgot about it for a while until the whole music thing came up of, last month. Not really much to say other than that. The game was, like, very beautiful. It's certainly a bit, only slightly flawed in some areas, maybe a bit more than I would have liked. It was kind of a mishmash of turn-based and the whole strategy thing, and it worked in some cases, and in other cases I was like, I know New Game Plus is called Encore? That's what I thought was happening at first. Like, when Polka came back as, like, a child, I'm like, is she going through her New Game Plus? Is she starting over again? Is she a fucking looper? Like, what's going on? Like, reserve all whatchamacallit. Let me hold off until the end and see what happens. Maybe they'll finally explain what's going on. Hideo Baba, yeah, it looks vaguely Tales of there, I was about to say. Might have been producer-wise, not really art or whatever, but I don't know. Shame I couldn't do the whole jumping thing at the end there with that last dungeon, but someone, like I said on the comments, mentioned, yeah, some bosses are around the 1 million HP mark. Mentioned that at least one is like 5 million. That might be that new dungeon you play on Encore mode. All the bosses are harder and everything. You keep, I think, party level, but not your actual like level. You do have to grind again and get all sorts of weapons. You keep score pieces and stuff like that. And I think one of the score pieces opens up another secret dungeon called the Ezu Sanctuary, which is, I think, is probably even harder than that. Plus, you're playing on Encore too. So if you go and get that party level 6, you can select between that if you want to. You're free to pick whatever party level you want. So yeah, that was Eternal Sonata. Like I said, a bit misguided in places, but not wholly irredeemable like some other RPGs where I looked at this and was like, I don't know. So I recommend it, but just, be cautious. And thank God I had that map on hand, otherwise I would have spent like 3 hours on that last part. I didn't even check if this next disc of mine that I'm going to do worked. I said I was going to play another music game beforehand. I gotta check and see if this disc runs or not. Otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. Well, not really. I do have something else in mind I can do as a plan B. In case my CD doesn't work out. Try crescendo. Or 3 crescendo, maybe.
The shape of life. One day, the caterpillar asked the snail, "Mr. Snail, you know many things. Could you tell me what kind of shape is the shape of life?" The snail nodded and answered, "Well, Mr. Caterpillar, I think that maybe life is red, like a ripe tomato." The caterpillar laughed happily and said, "No, Mr. Snail, I didn't ask about the color of life. I asked you about the shape." The snail nodded and pondered, and then he answered, "Well, Mr. Caterpillar, I think that maybe it has a sweet scent, like a pot of honey." The caterpillar let out a disappointed sigh and said, "No, Mr. Snail, I didn't ask about the scent of life. I asked you about the shape." The snail nodded and pondered and thought some more, and then he answered, "Well, Mr. Caterpillar, I think that maybe it murmurs like a babbling brook." The caterpillar finally broke down in sorrowful tears, shook his head, and said, "No, Mr. Snail, I didn't ask about the sound of life. I asked you about the shape." The snail nodded and pondered, and at long last he finally answered, "Well, Mr. Caterpillar, I think that maybe it has a sharp, sweet flavor, like a juicy cherry." Losing his patience, the caterpillar grew very angry and said, "If you don't want to answer me, then fine. I'm not going to ask you any more, Mr. Snail. Goodbye." And with that, the caterpillar turned around and went home. When he was gone, the snail nodded and said, "Oh, Mr. Caterpillar, you already knew the answer. happiness, disappointment, sorrow, anger. These are the sights, smells, sounds, and tastes. Life can take on many different shapes.
I'll say this much, I never had to cut out battles just to fit something under an hour for these videos. It's already gone over an ending now with all this. I thought like credits roll, we're done, and now, wow.